Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Today, what is today? Today is the 4th of October, and it's Friday. Thank Buddha it's Friday. I think it's Friday. Thank Buddha. Good morning, everybody. Sawadee Ton Chow. Thank you for joining me. Today we're going to read a few reader comments. Very laid back stream today, but we're gonna go over what some people have written it. And you know, some people, I'm sure they're just trolls, but some people they leave some comments that are not so bright. And then you have other people that leave very insightful comments. So it is what it is. Good morning, Carlos. Good morning, Dale. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning. All right. I need coffee. Look at my eyes. I'm knackered. Today is the 4th, as I said. Not a very nice day out today. It's windy, it's cold. I say cold, 80 degrees out right now. 89% humidity, and let me tell you, I don't know what the wind is. I didn't look and see how much the wind, how many miles per hour the wind was blowing, but it is quite chilly outside. Now, the air quality is excellent, 33. They might be calling me. I don't know what they did. It's early in the morning. Yeah, the air quality is 33. The temperature is 80 degrees. I can only imagine that they're commenting for people working here. Thank you. High of 90 degrees today, low of 76. And what did I do? I wrote it down, but I think it's 86 degrees is the feel-like temperature. 89% humidity. Very cloudy out. And there is a 90% chance of rain today. So I think it'll be raining. It rained yesterday. Drizzling. The weather was not very nice. The weather's not going to be nice today. Hopefully I can get, I brought my little computer. It's my wife's computer. This is her little case. And then I have mine. And hopefully they will fix my computer today by putting a new battery in or giving me a new cord or whatever it is. And it's not going to cost me an arm and a leg. I don't want to buy a new computer right now, but hopefully they'll do that. I'm going to go after the stream, and that's what I'm going to do. And then I have to get some groceries, and then what else was I going to do? I need to go to the market, and I got all kinds of things to do. Today is the 4th, and that means I have 4 days until I go to Vietnam, and I'm kind of looking forward to it. And then after that, I don't know, maybe Bali, we're not sure. I don't think I'll be going to Bali. Although that would be nice. But yeah, I mean, that's where we are right now. Nothing much has changed from a couple days ago. We're still going to Vietnam. We still just came back from Suratani. And I'm thinking about, I haven't talked to my friend in Ecuador for a couple days, but I don't know if he's in the United States or where he is right now, but I'll get a hold of him, and hopefully we will meet up. We will stream 2 or 3 times when I'm there, make some videos. I'll have my computer fixed. Everything will be back as it was, a month ago. So that'll be good. Anyway, as I said, today we're going to talk about reader comments. Do me a favor, smash the like button if you haven't done so already, or if you like this stream, you like the videos that I churn out, that would be nice. Smash the like button, hit subscribe, hit the notification bell. Man, I'm on autopilot right now, I can tell you that. I thought that I was wide awake, but really I'm not. As you look at my eyes, I'm not that awake. I need to guzzle this. I got a cappuccino here. I need to just wake up, man. 8:30. You know, I'm thinking about starting the streams at 8 o'clock. And I'm going to put something up in the community tab that asks people what they think. 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock or 8:30. What do you prefer? And I'll ask right now. And if you want, you could post it in the chat. But I'm wondering, does it matter to anybody? Does it matter what time you start? Is 8 o'clock okay, or is it too early? Is it too late? 9 a.m. There you go, you see? 9 a.m. And the problem for me, well, there's no problem at 9 a.m. The only problem is sometimes this place gets a little bit noisy, but that doesn't matter. Daylight savings is in a month, and it will be an hour earlier then. Yeah, but it won't be here, right? I mean, it's an hour earlier there. Okay, I understand. So I guess maybe 8 o'clock, it would be 2 hours earlier, so that wouldn't be good. Good morning, Mr. Chokio, Mr. Aiden, Mr. Gabe, Mr. Carlos, Mr. Dale. Good morning, everybody who's watching, who's not saying a word. I'm trying to wake up a little bit better after recovering from too much punani. Carlos, oh, you smashed the like button. Punani, oh my God, I haven't heard that word in for so long. And when I was, hey Joe, how you doing? When I was in the military, we were friends with lots of guys from Hawaii. And we used to do this, you know, shaka bra, hang loose. And we used to say punani all the time. You know, I got to get me some punani. I'm going to go searching for some punani. And when we were smoking, it would be, I got to smoke some pakalolo. I woke for old man pee-pee. Yeah, I got to wake up once a night. Most of the time, I have to wake up once. And yesterday, I was falling asleep, man. And my wife comes home. It's 10:30 at night. I'm like, That interrupted my deep sleep. Yo, everybody's here. Wow, the whole gang is here today. Everybody's here. I love it. We got 24 people here. The other day we had 70 people in the chat, which is pretty good. All the live streams have been doing very well lately. I don't know why. Maybe, you know, I got some Chinese in here or something. I don't know. Thank you very much, Joe. Appreciate that. Choke D to you. Click the like button for him. There you go. Hit like. Let me see if I can do it on here. Can I do it? Yeah, there we go. I think YouTube is pushing smaller creators more these days. Well, that would be good. It's about time, don't you think? Jesus Christ. I've been on here for 11 years. 11 and a half years. And I don't even have 16,000 subscribers. Now, I understand. Some people, they get on and they just, whatever reason, they get a lot of people. Maybe I'm not all that mainstream. Maybe guys look at me and they go, I can't watch this guy. He's an ugly bastard. I don't know what it is. I know I don't have a big pair of tits, so that may be detrimental to me. Thank you very much, Aiden. Wow, I'm starting out all right here. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Let's see if I can do this here. Give you a like. All right, so there we go. Very nice. I don't know what it is. And you know what? I don't really care. Whatever I get, I get. It's not like I have 3 subscribers and, you know, 2 viewers. So I don't really care. It doesn't matter. You know, I'm doing all right. I hate when you are taking a good piss and your whole body relaxes and you realize you're in bed asleep. Oh my God. Yeah, I hate when that happens, Carlos. Hasn't happened to me since I was about 3 years old. So, I want to read some of these messages because some of them are quite interesting, we'll say. That's a good word for it. Interesting. Now, I got this message here from this guy. Never seen this guy before in my life. I don't know who he is. Let me see something. Yeah, he's a 007 guy. Doesn't have anything on his channel, but it's 007 Josh. 007 Josh. I don't know what that means. He says the currency fluctuates. That's life. Okay, I understand that. That I can deal with. Not a problem there. That is life. You got to deal with it, right? But then he says, anyone who can't handle a few baht one way or the other should probably stay home. Now that I have a problem with, because if you're that stupid that you think a couple of baht doesn't make a difference, then you ought to think again. Because let's say that you're transferring over $1 million, and then because you lost almost 20% of your money, now you're transferring 800,000. Now, granted, if you have $1 million, you should be okay in Thailand. But let's say that you have $50,000, and you lose 20% of your money. That's quite a bit of money. I don't want to lose that money. I don't like losing money, especially for nothing. Now, I can tell you that I transferred some money through Wise today, and I got 33.20, which is pretty good. I mean, you know, it's above 33. I'm thankful. I'm grateful. Now it's down to 33.13. And, you know, okay, I would lose a little money if I was transferring money, but I already transferred the money. Now, if it goes back up to 37, obviously I could have had 37. If I transferred $1,000, I could have had 37,000 baht instead of 33,000. So, you know, if you're so flippant about money that it doesn't matter to you if you lose a little bit of money, you know what that tells me? You don't have a lot of money. You probably don't even have the money to be here. Now this guy says, Indians are getting richer. More and more of them will come to Thailand. Thailand will be, for sure, get 50 million plus tourists in the near future. And I think that with the strength of the baht, that's never going to happen. Now, if it goes back up to 37, 38, 40, yeah, okay, people are going to want to come here. But most people don't want to come here when you got a baht that's 30. You look at the forecast. Let me see here. Here it is right here. Because, you know, you got to look at this. It says right here 33.12 at the moment. And it's going to go down to as low as 28.99. And it may go up to 36.07. This is in 2028. But like next year, 31, 30, 29.32, 29.25, 28.99. If it goes down to 28, I'm kicking myself in the head. That's horrible. 30.02. Can you imagine this going, oh yeah, it's 30 to the dollar now. Just multiply it times 3 and add a 0. I mean, you know, I can't see that. No, I don't want to see that. I want that sweet 37.38 to the dollar. Yeah, I understand. Everybody, but the thing is, you can't always get what you want. You know, I mean, really. I want it too. I want a lot of things. You know, listen, if I had it my way, you know, I'd have a harem and I'd have, you know, well, maybe I wouldn't, I don't know. Maybe I would. You know, I want a 50-bedroom mansion. I don't know if I want that either. I do want to live by the beach, though. I'd like to live by the beach. I like to have a lot of land so nobody could bother me, you know. Big electrified fences, you know, with dogs. Nobody can get in unless I want to let them in. I'm in a weird spot. I paid Thai baht, so I want to be reasonable. I'm paid in Thai baht, so I want to be reasonable. But I get my retirement via US dollars, so I want it to be strong as well. Now, that brings me to the next question, to the next comment here. Where is this guy? Let me see here. Hey, I'm dumb. Is the Thai baht better if it is higher or lower? Well, it depends on who you are. So maybe you're not dumb. Maybe you're just caught in a conundrum. If you're an American, and right now it's $30, 30 baht to the dollar, and then it goes up to 40, well, a higher baht is very good for you. Not necessarily for Thais, because of their exports, because of the tourism, because of many other things. So it's not about being smart or being dumb. It's about hitting that sweet spot where it's good for everybody. And, you know, I'm not one of these people who's like, oh, you know, I want it to be in the perfect spot. Listen, just give me, really, honestly, over 34, I'll be thrilled. 34, 35, I'm happy. But, you know, now I'm starting to see the signs of, you know, I mean, I transfer money. I don't get as much money, and I don't get as much value for my dollar. Simple as that. Not to mention what this fluctuation is doing to sales in Thailand. We have targets in US dollars or euros. So the Thai team has to sell more products for the same. That's what I mean. I forgot. You're one of the unusual ones, Fire Dude. You have a job. You're working here. You're an unusual expat. All right, let me read something else, and I got to get to one of these good ones here, if I can. If I go down a ways. Let's see here. Now, I thought this was a pretty good one here. This comes from the Future Factory 56. It's all relative to income. Duh. Okay, I understand that. We all know that. It's like, listen, if you got $50 million sitting in the bank, obviously it's not going to hurt you that much if you have to spend an extra $50 at the grocery every month. That's not going to hurt very much. But if you need that extra $50, if that $50 is, you know, means a lot to you, then, you know, it hurts. It's the bottom line. If you have plenty of money, Thailand is a great place to be. That is true. I've had very little money, and I've had money. And I wouldn't say that I was living filthy rich, but I was living a pretty darn good lifestyle, better than most people. You know, between me and the wife, we were pulling in, I don't know. When I worked, you know, in boxing, it was, I made 120 to 160,000 plus. So I was getting close to, you know, 180, 200,000 a month. And this is compared to, you know, working as a journalist, making like 2,000, 2,500 a month, US. And then we had the money from her. So we were doing very well. Now, obviously, things change. But I never had to worry about money then. I always had money in my pocket. If you needed something, no problem. It's not quite that way anymore. After COVID, I think a lot of people's attitudes towards money changed. And I think wisely, you know, I saw some video a while back about a Chinese guy who said, if you have, what was the plan that he said? He said, out of $10, you want to try to only spend $1. That's a Chinese way of thinking. You only want to spend $1. Now, obviously he knew you cannot just spend $1, but what that does is it makes you account for every dollar and make you use your money only for what you need to use it for, not for anything else. You're not just pissing it away going, I want to go buy some new clothes. I want to buy If you don't need the clothes, what are you buying new clothes for? I mean, once in a great while, okay, treat yourself, but that's it. And I thought that was pretty good. If you have a reasonable amount of money in Thailand, it is a great place to be. And even if you are just getting by in a Western country, Thailand is a great place to be. Okay, just getting by here, scraping by, I'll be honest, I don't think it's a good thing. If you're scraping by here, I mean, I guess it's better than living in poverty back in your own country. Of course it is. But the idea is to progress, to get better, to stash some cash, to I think the concept of wealth and being rich equates to how much time do you not have to work and you can live comfortably for X amount of months or years. So if I can live for another 30 years and I never have to work and I'm bringing in $3,000, $4,000 a month, I'm rich. Now, that may be a unique way of thinking, but that's how I think. I think it's true. If you don't have to work and you can bring in money and you have enough money to last you for, I'm 62. Honestly, if I make it to 92, I think I'll be very lucky. So that's 30 years. Now, if I made it 30 years and I got money coming in every month and I really don't have to do much, other than maybe click a button, I'm rich. I got money. It's not really about how much you have. It's about how much you have to spend and how much you have left over. I am married to a Thai woman. We built a house in Isan when the 98 Asian economic collapse happened. We have a nice car. We go back to Australia, another Australian, 4 to 6 months of the year, and I can get a marriage visa. Cost of living is 40% the cost of living in Australia. Now that's something I am going to talk about this. The cost of living in Thailand, what it really is. And it's very hard to pinpoint. Some people say, I live off of $600 a month. Okay, I understand there are some people here who are living off of $500 to $1,000 a month, and they're living fine. They are comfortable. Now, I don't know how they do that, paying medical insurance, paying for dental, paying for their eyes, getting older, having to buy medicine. You don't have to buy clothes all that often. If you buy a couple of clothes and you get some here and they're cheap, okay, big deal. That doesn't cost that much. But $500 to $1,000 here, if you have a place already, it can be done. And people say, I don't know, how come the Thais can live for like $20,000 a month, but foreigners can't live on that? Why is that? I just don't understand it. Well, it's pretty stupid, really. It's because Thais live here. They know the ropes. They know the scene. They know how to spend their money. They don't get ripped off left and right. They're not like some of these dummies who are running around Sukhumvit paying 100 baht for something that's 50 baht. Good morning, Bruce. Good morning. How you doing? It's very simple. A Thai person is native to this country, and they generally do not pay more. And if they have to pay more, then okay, so be it, then they have to. That's what they do. But for the most part, they're not like a lot of foreigners here, some foreigners, they live here and they think, you know what, I'll pay. Listen, the guy in the taxi wants 200 baht, I'll pay it, I don't care. Okay, pay it. Go ahead. Listen, I know if I want, I can live exactly like a Thai lives. I've done it. I do it periodically. And, it's not necessarily because I'm thinking, I want to live like a Thai. It has nothing to do with that. It's sometimes I just go, listen, the next 3 days I don't have anything to do. What am I going to do? Oh, do we have food? Nah, just order it. I'll get it all delivered. It's a bunch of Thai food. It costs me 50 baht a pop. I buy my meals, right? So, you know, maybe I get 3 meals a day. It's 150 baht. In 3 days, 450 baht. I spent next to nothing. And I didn't go anywhere. I didn't do anything. I'm sitting there watching TV. I'm chilling. I'm on a computer, writing. I'm doing whatever. So, you know, you can live on the cheap, and that's the beauty of it. You can live here for less than what you live on in the United States or Australia or Britain or whatever. However, as I will say again, for most people, if you're down $500, $600, even $700 a month, you really are scraping by. And you know that. You get up to 1,000, 1,200. All right, now, you know, things are starting to loosen up a little bit. But you still got to pay maybe for insurance. Some of the folks in my village work all month and make 11,000 a month, and they live life. But they're rich, yeah. What I was going to say is, you know, down in the South, you know, my wife's sister said, if I make, you know, 30,000 baht a month, if we make 30,000 baht a month together, we have plenty of money. They have money for gas. They have money, they're paying a truck payment. They have money for everything. But that doesn't mean that a foreigner can do that. Now, a foreigner who is sharp, who's shrewd, who doesn't have too much pride, who's not egotistical and thinks I've got to have the best of everything, yes, they, you know, they can do it. But some people just can't do it. You know, I mean, really. Now, you want a computer, you're going to have to, it doesn't matter who you are. You want a computer? Okay. Now, a Thai from the village might go out and buy a secondhand computer, and it's a PC, a laptop, and they go out and they pay 12,000 baht. And they might put it on payments, they're paying 2,000 a month. You know, but what I'm saying is most foreigners are not going to live that way. They're going to have to stretch their money. And for them, stretching the money means, I mean, I know a lot, I mean, listen, the one guy, a Mac user, he asked, oh, can I live off it? Can I get an apartment for 8,000 to 12,000 a month? Of course you can. Easy. A lot of times we'll say that's spending a lot of money. That's expensive. You know, you're gonna pay. Now, if we bought a house, you pay 30 to 40,000 baht a month, but it's a brand new house. You know, 4 or 5 bedrooms, 4 or 5 bathrooms, huge gated community. Oh, you'd have all that. And frankly, I don't really care to live in that because I'm 62 years old. You know, when we can pay, like I've said before, when we can pay cash for something, that's the way I look at it. Pay cash. And I have almost no bills. Let's see here. And I can get a marriage, the cost of living 40, 50%. Okay. Now this is one that I didn't really like too much. After 15 years in ASEAN, only livable place is Malaysia. After 3 years of Thailand, 6 years of Malaysia, 3 years of Bali, plus traveling a lot around, after 6 years, I still love Malaysia. I think I read this before. Thailand is a scam, a fool's paradise. I think he meant a fool's paradise. And he said Thailand is like Bali, infested with white trash from the West, doing vlogs there. People like me. And another guy wrote in that, you know, his Thai wife, children, and himself, they don't agree with him, and they love China. He says Thailand is a scam. The Thais will always see you as an ATM. In Malaysia, it's not like that. All the girls are independent, and the people don't care if you're a foreigner or not. Well, I don't know, but I can tell you that people don't just view me as an ATM. I mean, there's no way. They view me as an ATM how? Because I don't give them money. I'm not stupid. I don't just open my wallet to everybody and give it to them. On a rare occasion I give any money to somebody, it's out of my generosity, and I don't expect anything back. Thai folks said, okay, the best life for foreigner is in Thailand is in one of the expat bubbles. Sorry, I disagree. Do you have a HOA in a gated community? That's a good question, but I believe so, but I believe like they give you like the first 3 years and you don't have to pay for it, and then later after that you pay like $1,000, 1,000 baht, 1,200 baht, 1,500 baht a month, and that includes, you know, you can use the pool, you can continue to use the pool, the clubhouse, and all that other stuff. I remember back when that so-called beer virus was causing such a stir to notice once from a couple of the village, they were shocked when they saw how much we were spending. I mean, really. I go to the grocery, every time I go to the grocery, there is not a time I go to the grocery I spend less than 500 to 1,000 baht. And I'm buying nothing. I mean, you know, I'm buying a pack of sausage, some bread, and some cheese. Boom, 500 baht. But every weekend I go and I spend about 4,000 baht, 5,000 baht, depends. And I don't get as much as I used to. And I know that. And, you know, I think about how much I got in Ecuador and I think about how much I'm getting here, and I'm like, oh man. You know, and it's not like I'm buying only imported goods. But back then when we were feeding the community, yeah. And I mean, everybody says, oh, you want to live as you're trying to live as an American there. No, it's not that I'm living as an American here. It has nothing to do with that. An American or a Thai. What are you talking about? I've been here for almost half my life. I still don't consider myself a Thai, and it doesn't matter to me. Because this is their country, they were born there, and they are Thai people. I am just somebody who has immigrated here. You know. All right, this guy goes on here. As far as the women being independent, come on, are you that stupid? Really? Oh, in Malaysia, all the girls are so independent. In Thailand, they're all grabbing onto you and they're trying to get all your money. That is the biggest crock of shit I've ever heard in my life. You know that? That's a crock of shit. And it shows how stupid you are about Thailand. All the girls want your money. Really? Really? Dude, you need to wake up. Go have some coffee, wake up, let me smack you around a little bit. Because you don't know jack shit. Because if you hung out with the people that I hung out with and hang out with now as compared to in the past, and you saw the differences in those people, you would be like, hey, wait a minute. The people now, they have money. They're making 100, 200,000 baht a month. They don't need your money. What do they need you for? They take trips all over the world. They don't need you. That's the thing. They don't need you. That's what you want. You want a woman who doesn't need you. You want a woman who is independent, of course. You don't want a woman who's going, oh, please, Papa, give me money, Papi. Oh, Papi, I need money. I need money. Oh, stick it in. Okay, Papi, I need money now. That's not what you want. That's absolutely ludicrous. And as far as people caring about if you're a foreigner or not, listen, people know I'm a foreigner, and that's okay. They know I'm a foreigner. They can obviously tell I'm a foreigner because I got very white skin. I'm a white boy. But do they really care? No. My money's just as green as a Thai's money. And I don't pay more. I don't pay more for anything. Very seldom do I find myself going, oh shit, I overpaid on that. Never happens. And it's not because I'm the smartest person in the room. It's because I'm not a fool. And some people think they come to Thailand, they go down and they hang out at Nana Plaza. And I mean, listen, I love Nana Plaza. I love Soy Cowboy. I don't really, love Pat Pong. There's a lot of places you can go. And yes, maybe there the girls want money. So you give them the money and you go on your way. You have your fun, you go on your way. That's it. It's easy. And those girls are independent too. That's the thing. Those girls are independent. You know why? Because they're working on their own. They're working what they consider to be a job. Yeah, you might be sticking it to them. Oh, yeah, baby, I'm giving it to you. Oh, yeah, I'm giving it all to you, honey. Oh, yeah. You ain't giving them anything. You think they haven't had it before? Of course they have. It's because it's their job. No big deal. Give it to them. Do your thing. Give them the money and say, okay, see you later. Now, they are self-sufficient. They're relying on themselves. They don't need you. Now, they need the customer, but that's all they need. They just need a customer, not necessarily you. And that's the funny thing. As long as they have the customers, they're great. And people complain, oh, well, during COVID, they were online, and oh, now they got smart. That's what it is. They got smart. They go, wait a minute. I'm not the best looking girl in the room here. But you know what? I put myself this lady's like, she's deciding whether to come in or not, and they have to open the door up for her. They got paid without getting laid. Exactly. Their job is to take money. That's all. It's not a big deal. And guess what? I can't even remember the last time I paid out money for some chick. I can't remember. But I know I have. But, I can't remember. Because it's been so long. Because I think to myself now, what do I have to do that for? If I wanted another chick, I'd find some chick that all she wanted to do was get laid, or she wanted a boyfriend, or whatever she wanted. Or I'd say, oh, I got a wife, but I'm going to break up, and then let's get together. And that's all I do. And I would find one. This girl right here, I got to tell you. Let me see if you can see her here. No, you can't. Right here. This girl right here, not the old lady, the young one. She's like 23, and she has 2 kids. And she does not look like a girl who has 2 kids. Now, I'm sure if you got her naked, you could tell. But sometimes they have them young. That's the way you do it. Have them young, and then, later on, maybe, then that's when they gain a little weight or whatever. Okay, I understand that. Let's see here. I understand. I lived in Bangkok. Hard to get a lady who is not a prostitute or gold diggers. Locals tried to rip me off like 1 million times. Corrupt immigration officers and cops trying to extort me. In Malaysia, it never happened this to me. So, if you think it's hard to get a woman in Thailand who isn't a prostitute, you need to turn around and look in the mirror at yourself. We're going to need you to investigate it and see if you can tell when she's naked. I could ask her, but I don't think she'd like it very much. She's kind of cute in her own way, I guess, but she came to me today and gave me my coffee. And I go, weren't you just pregnant? I go, you don't look pregnant. I'm like, you don't look pregnant? You don't look like you were pregnant? You don't look like you were ever pregnant. She's skinny. It's like, holy shit, man. Malaysian cops are just as corrupt as I just read an article right now today that there are more Thai people visiting Japan than there are Japanese people visiting Thailand. Go undercover. I mean, go under the covers? I'm sure my wife would like that. She'd be like, did you forget what we did last night? What kind of guy are you? It's not going to happen. You know, that's the thing. Man, it looks nasty out there. It's all windy and it's gray and black. It just looks bad. All right, let me go on with this guy's, you know, he wrote quite a bit. He says, I am living in the real world. No imaginary woke, toxic positivity. One. So I wrote him back and I said, listen, I'm definitely not woke. I'm far from woke. But I think you look at Thailand with a much different set of eyes than I do. Because I don't hate every Thai person. I don't hate Thai people. I don't hate the Thai government. I don't have all this hate in my heart. Now, I don't go, oh, I love everybody and everybody's so wonderful. I'm not like that either. You know, I look at it like I'm a realist, man. There's a lot of wonderful people here, and that doesn't necessarily mean they're all great looking and got great bodies. That's not what I mean. There are some really nice people here. And, you know, you can say, oh, the people in the Philippines are nicer. It's bullshit. Oh, the people in Cambodia are so much nicer. Bullshit. You know what really it boils down to? When you go to a place, are you left feeling better than when you came there? When I get to Thailand, once I get out away from the airport, I always feel good. I always feel relaxed. I go to Cambodia and, you know, most of the time, honestly, I go to Cambodia and I'm like, oh my God, it's fucking chaos here. Even Vietnam, the reason I don't like Hanoi and Ho Chi Minh as much as I did the first trip is because it's chaos. Now, if I go down to Victory Monument and I'm sitting on a motorcycle, some guys drive me around on a motorcycle, and I'm weaving in and out of traffic, I don't like it. It's chaos. I don't need it. Just go wherever pleases you, stay wherever makes you happy. Yes. It doesn't surprise me that more Thai people are going to Japan than Japanese people are coming to Thailand. That doesn't surprise me. And you know, a lot of people, where's Tokyo Sam when you need him? A lot of people think, oh, Japan is so expensive. Oh my God, it's so bad. Yes, it is a bit expensive. But if you're smart, you can get by there and you can go there for a month and it's not going to cost you that much. Listen, Alex went, and what did we give him? We gave him like $500 or something like that to go for like 8 days. And he had to pay for his room. Oh, no, he didn't have to pay for his room. And he came back with like $200. Kid had money when he came back. I couldn't believe it. Here he is, our favorite ladyboy lover. I don't hold that against you. Have as many of them as you want, whatever makes you happy. I don't know what TLDR, what is TLDR? I have no idea what that is. Just eat local girls, I mean eat local food, yes. Yeah, local food. Let's see here. I own my own house, I own 2 cars, live off an Australian pension of 37,000 baht a month. I'm 72 with a wife. We live okay, have to watch our money, but can still have a beer. Wife cooks Thai and Western food. We live quite good. 37,000. That's about 1,200 a month. Let me see here. All right, what is this here? Oh, this one is one that I like here. The next 2 actually I like. I keep getting comments that Thai people, I need to wear my glasses, man. That's what it is. Jesus Christ. I keep getting comments that Thai people don't want Westerners in their country. We, in general, from top to bottom, are very flattered that you guys find our land agreeable. Here's what I suspect why so many of you think what you think. Deep down, you are really uncomfortable. I read this before, with foreigners living in your country, but due to PC and all that jazz, you really can't be blunt about it. No one stops you from projecting on others, though, and boy, do Thai people know it. This is just this is a bunch of bullshit. Sorry. Listen, I don't care who's in my country. I just want people to get there legally. That's all I want. I don't want people coming in that have no business being in our country, and they have no business being there if they're illegal. That's why they call it illegal. What is it that Phil Collins said? You know, I don't want to be an illegal alien, something like that. I wonder what that means, you know. I would agree that the Philippines and Indonesia are excellent alternatives, which is what I said. Philippines is a notch below Thailand. I disagree about safety in the Philippines. It's much safer than the U.S. It's not much safer than Thailand. Thailand is safer than the Philippines. I'm sorry, I hate to tell you, I hate to break it to you, but it is. I have traveled through their slums and never felt unsafe. How many visit Detroit for a vacation? Well, what are you going to do in Detroit? What are you going to do? Go visit the old factories that are closed down now? I don't think so. You have to travel smart. Oh yeah, you travel really smart. Yes, everybody who thinks they're smart is usually a dumbass. Everybody who just is very mellow about how their intelligence seems to be very smart. Sting, I'm a legal alien. I'm an Englishman in New York. Oh, I don't know about Sting. I used to like Sting when he played with the Police. Once he got on his own and he started all this, you know, tantric shit with his wife, I just stopped watching him. I don't want to hear about it. I need to hear about you and your wife fucking for 3 days straight or something. Like, you know, why would you know? Oh God, what is this? I just got one that, ugh. Oh, here we go. It was really, this just happened, this just came up like 30 minutes ago. It was really sweet watching your face light up as you told a story about meeting your wife and how it looked when you weren't sure if you liked her, and then when she came to see you when you were sick, and how you were together from then on. Yeah, listen, I'll be honest. When I first saw her, I didn't know. I thought, is she fat? Does she have a big ass? Does she have big legs? I couldn't tell because of how she was dressed. That's all. And then when I saw, oh, well, she does have a nice body, then I was like, okay. But, you know, at first, I mean, I'll be honest, I was, you know, it was just about looks. You know. It's obvious you really love her because you smiled as you're telling the story and your face turned a little bit red. Oh, Jesus Christ. Talk about being back when I had hair and was a bit thinner, and you can see that you're reliving the memories in your mind, and after all this time, it still makes me smile. Okay, thank you. Honestly, that is a beautiful, beautiful thing to see. Well, don't think that we get along, you know, 24/7. It doesn't happen that way. You know, we have our little, you know, our little spats. We are total strangers, but I never tire of hearing couples who've been together a long time. They have mutual love and mutual respect for one another. Pretty cute that she told you she can't have a boyfriend until she's out of college. She's not wrong. They can distract you. Okay, I guess. You know, I mean, I'm kind of like, I don't know what to say. What do you say? Come on. I mean, how important is it? It's important for me because she's my family now. But, you know, other than that, we've been together for a long time. All right, it's the same person. I don't know if it's a woman or a man. Horrific situation. I don't want to even imagine what those children went through and teachers, what the children's went and teachers went through. We're talking about the bus fire, which is horrible. And the driver bailed. And I don't care what his mindset was when the driver bailed, but if you leave the scene of an accident like that with little kids in the bus and you don't try to save them, you don't try to do anything, to me you're a piece of shit. And that's what the driver is. I don't care what his reasoning was. I don't care about that. As for the driver fleeing, I do know that it is true that fight or flight is extremely difficult to overcome once your brain shifts into survival mode in a life-threatening situation. Yeah, well, here's the thing. Fight or flight need not take place once you're out of the vehicle and you're a little ways away from it. Then you gather yourself like a man and you say, okay, what can I do? Can I go back in and get some kids? What can I do? Can I do anything? And if you can't do anything, you better sit right down, shut the fuck up, and wait for the police to come, because I cannot believe that you would not, in that fire, you wouldn't hear children screaming, you wouldn't hear adults screaming in pain, you wouldn't hear anything. So to me, if it was me in the bus, I mean, I would have grabbed something, anything. I would have sprayed myself with water and like ran through the fire to try to pull one kid out. I would have done something. But you're sitting there and I'm sure that they heard things. How can you not hear all the people burning in there? It's disgusting. It fills the large muscles with adrenaline. You can actually feel it being dispersed in a kind of burst in your lower backs where the kidneys are. Listen, all this is horse shit. I'm sorry, honey. It's a very strange experience when it happens in life-threatening situations. Well, let me tell you something. I've been in a few life-threatening situations. I've fallen. I've been shot at several times. I've had a knife pulled on me. There have been quite a few life-threatening situations, and I can tell you that never did I say, I'm gonna run away and then I'll come back the next day and talk to the police because this is just overwhelming for me. It's just bullshit. It's complete bullshit. It makes me angry, and it makes me angry. This person wrote like 3 paragraphs. Now that that's stated, here's my first thought. The driver ran because he'd been drinking. He didn't want to face police until he had time to sober up. Well, so what? So what? If he's drunk, he needs to, I'm sorry, man up. Man the fuck up. There he is right there, or she is. It's kind of funny. This guy thinks everyone's brain works just like his does. I've been there and done that. And running was never an option. Yeah, you see that everybody else is saying, you don't run away. You don't run. I don't care if it is fight or flight. You don't just say, I'm bailing. Oh, I'm going to leave all these kids to die. That's just stupid. Oh, you don't understand his frame of mind at the time. Listen, you know what his frame of mind should have been? His frame of mind should have been, I'm going to try to save those kids. And if I can't save them, I'm going to sit there and I'm going to endure it. That's what he should have done. I don't know if you're siding with the driver or not. I'd like to think this bus driver didn't leave a burning bus full of children and teachers because his brain was in full fight or flight mode and his brain opted for flight, but I'm dubious. So much tragedy in the world. I'm not talking about all the tragedy in the world. I'm talking about this case in particular. I don't care what the guy's fight or flight thought process was in his brain. I can't see it. No, that's right. I cannot look at that person's, I cannot view the driver of that bus as being responsible for anything. Yes, he's a waste of oxygen. He needs to be put to death for running away. For being a coward. That's what he is, a coward. I often put myself in positions like this. Emotionally, mentally, I think about these things. What would I do if X happened? I've done it before. I've helped save people. Before I have. It's been a long time, but I have. I did it when I fell. When I fell from the 4th floor of the apartment. The reason that I freaking stood up and did something was because nobody was there. They were all crying like little babies. We're gonna die. Oh, die, Leo. They're all fucking dying already in their brains. I'm thinking, how can we save these people? How can we save my wife and my unborn baby and my baby? How can we do this? Okay, give me the rope. I'll go down. I'll try it. And then the fucking rope breaks. I don't care. I'm not giving that person a pass. And let me tell you something. I didn't hear anything or see anything about a fire extinguisher. Somebody said, I don't remember who it was. They said, oh, he had a fire extinguisher and he was trying to he didn't try to do shit. How can you leave? I just don't understand it, man. No, I cannot. I cannot look at that person and, I would spit in that person's face. Those kids were little, man. They were like from 3 years old to 13. And then there were teachers. You think those teachers weren't trying to save the kids? They probably got trapped behind the flames. And they couldn't jump out the windows, or the windows were stopped or something. Who knows what happened? Or it just happened so fast. I can understand it happening fast, but what I can't understand is this guy running. And I don't mean to say like you're siding with the person, but you're trying to think of a reason why he would run. And, okay, I can think of many reasons. I'm scared, I'm running. But, that's the difference between being an adult who has character and an adult who has absolutely no character. When you have no character, you run. If you have character, you go, you know what, I'm going to do my best to save somebody. I'm going to do my best to see if there's any other thing I can do to help. Is there one thing I can do? Can I save one kid? And if there is, you better do it. But why run? What good is that doing? It just pisses me off, really. I see people like that and I go, what kind of person are you? How were you raised? I see little kids as they're our future. Listen, there's some nasty little kids out there. I know that. I'll never forget the kid who was hitting me when I was on the plane, and he's hitting the back of my chair, and I just went like this because he was holding on to the plane, holding on to the chair. And his mother wouldn't do anything, and I just kind of leaned back hard. Boom! He went flying back into her lap. Shit happens. But I wouldn't do anything to really seriously hurt anybody. And I wouldn't be a coward and just leave. And I think about every time I get onto a plane, I think, okay, what's going to happen if we go down? Where are we going to go down? Am I going to have any time to think? Am I going to be able to say goodbye to my wife? What's going to happen? I always think that every time I go up, while we're sitting on the runway, I'm thinking, okay, mask, flotation device, my knees where I can bend over and kiss him goodbye, kiss my ass goodbye. What am I thinking of? Well, I think the problem is that they allow these big buses with propane in them, with gas in them, and they don't think about the consequences of what happens if it gets hit. What happens if something goes wrong? Getting away from the guy running away, which we know, okay, maybe he's scared, maybe he's nervous, maybe he was drunk, could be many things. Getting away from the anger of him, which is what you have to do in order for him to be tried fairly. I think they need to, there needs to be a judge who looks at it very non-emotionally. And you see a guy who did not want to stay and help little children. Oh, well, we don't want that to happen, Carlos. That's not a good thing. They will announce a big crackdown. A few will lose their jobs. Business as usual. Yeah, that's about what will happen. Yeah, I read it was 60 years old, and they changed it from, you know, whatever it was before, diesel or whatever, to propane. And, you know, the thing is all that is bullshit. You know why? Because no matter what you say, what you do, it won't bring the kids back. It won't bring the teachers back. It won't bring any of them back. What you can do is change things now. Make safety regulations. Get that propane out of the buses. You know, well, I agree. Nothing's going to change it. The only thing that will change it is them making change. Now, do I think that's going to happen? From history and watching Thai society, I would say the chances are very, very slim that they're going to make a change. Now, I wish they would, because you owe it to those little kids and the teachers. You owe it to them to make sure that this kind of thing never happens again. Or, you know, I mean, it's just, it leaves me flabbergasted when I think about this, and I think about, yeah, I don't even want to go on about it. No police enforcement of traffic laws. Absolutely clueless Thai drivers who have no sense and even less driving skills. I would say that there's a fair number of people like that on the road, yes. Poorly maintained vehicles. You have no idea if that vehicle was poorly maintained or not. And I would say that there are some people who have very well maintained vehicles. But I don't know whether or not that was the case in this, with this bus. What could possibly go wrong? There will be a couple of days of blah, 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 and how things will change, and I guarantee 100% nothing, not one thing will change. Well, you could be right. And that's what's sad. And that's what's very sad. Nation report said that 44 on board, 38 students, 16. As far as we know, 3 teachers and 16 students got out. Listen, if they have a small fire extinguisher on the bus and it won't do the job, I'm sure that they have enough buses and enough vehicles, old vehicles that are pieces of shit that they can use to test things on. Well, then get a bigger fire extinguisher. God damn it. How hard is that to do? What's that going to cost you? That's not going to cost you anything. You know, you think about what does it cost them when it comes to the children's lives? Well, it cost them $1 million baht for each one of them, which is nothing. It's peanuts. Let me see something here. Yeah, well, that's another thing. You know, could you not put the windows down? I don't understand why they couldn't do anything. You know, it really, yeah, I mean, I think about this, and I'm kind of like Carlos. I don't want to think about it too much, because it does prompt some things, it brings some things up in my head that I don't want to think about. Anyway, you know, well, I don't know what's happening with that person now. I have, you know, I just hope they're going to do something. I don't know what they'll do. Let's see here. Okay, here we go. 5 other buses seized as investigators focus on improper natural gas conversions. Inferno bus owner tried to hide illegal gas cylinders. The owner of the bus that caught fire and killed 23 students and teachers in Patungtani tried to hide some gas cylinders on other buses in the same fleet. After the company failed to send 5 buses for inspection on Thursday as ordered, officials found them via GPS at a garage in Nakhon Ratchasima and seized them while their gas cylinders were being removed. Additional cylinders that had been illegally installed on the buses were being removed at the garage in Tambon Kokruet of Muang district in Nakhon Ratchasima. It indicates an intention to, where is it at here? Conceal the wrongdoing of illegal modification of the vehicles. The 5 buses were part of a 6-bus fleet, which included the bus that caught fire and killed 20 students and 3 teachers from Uthai Thani during a field trip on Tuesday. The bus had been modified multiple times, been in service for more than 50 years. It had been refitted to use gas, but the installation was not up to standard. The bus had more cylinders than permitted, and there was clear evidence of wrongdoing. Investigators found 11 cylinders in the bus, but only 6 had been legally installed and certified by land transport authorities. Forensic police have determined that gas had leaked out before the fire, but they had yet to determine conclusively how the fire was started. I mean, and they don't say anything about the guy. Let me see here. They don't say anything about him. Bus firm laments suspension of school trips. Well, I wouldn't let my kids go on a trip anymore on these buses. Oh, they're saying that the bus companies are very strict about the safety. Regularly inspected the condition of buses, drivers, staff, and safety equipment on buses to ensure that they met the standards by Department of Land Transport. That's bullshit. I'm sorry, but I don't believe that. I know, man, I get into a rotu or I get into a bus and I'm always wondering, are the brakes going to go out in this thing? What's going to happen here? I always wonder about that. And now, honestly, it makes me think, I don't know if I want to ride in a bus. You know, and I would ride buses in some places. I'd rather go in a minivan, and even that's, you know, that's not safe. And you know what's funny is that they don't have anything. Let me see here. Really, just so the Thai bus blaze driver turns himself in after a fiery escape. He sought refuge at a relative's home. A survival teacher defended the bus driver, saying he made efforts to save all the victims before fleeing in a panic. So what? Why would you run? I mean, you're in a panic. You damn sure should be. You're the driver of that. You are responsible for those people. I'm sorry, this is just bullshit. They would not have worked in that bus. There were 11 NG tanks. Can all the families that lost a kid come together? The demand change. Well, who knows? Nobody will care. No, because you know what? The people will get paid off and they'll cry, oh, my baby died, oh God, and they'll just go, this is Thailand, you know. The trauma the surviving children and teachers will be extreme too, full-blown PTSD. The walls are thinner than 2 millimeters. They have these tanks in taxis. You can feel the back seat getting hot sometimes. Yeah, I mean, that's another thing. They're in taxis. I always think to myself, I got into an accident once, but my taxi hit the back of another taxi. And I was asleep. And I went flying into the front. I was halfway through the front seat and halfway in the back. And I just, what the fuck? I was like, what happened, you know? I banged my head. And then, you know, I sat there for a minute, and the guy goes, oh, I said, all right, this is an accident, man. I can't deal with this. And I had to wait for a while, and then I was able to go. But I think to myself, what if we had gotten hit from behind, we got hit, and I'm in the back seat, and that propane tank goes up. Now I think about it now, I'm like, God damn, these taxis, they're full of propane, all these, you know. So apparently, God, I mean, they show that bus and it's, oh my God. Let me see here. All right, well, they said they arrested him. God, that bus is just horrible. Oh, God. The families were driven from Utai Thani in vans to the forensic department at the Police General Hospital in Bangkok on Wednesday to provide their DNA samples for the identification process. The driver, identified by the police as Saman Chanput, surrendered Tuesday evening several hours after the fire. Police say they charged him with reckless driving, causing death and injuries, failing to stop to help others, and failing to report the accident. The driver told investigators he was driving normally until the bus lost balance as its front right tire hit another car and scraped a concrete highway barrier, causing the sparks that ignited the blaze. The driver said he ran to grab a fire extinguisher from another bus that was traveling for the same trip, but he could not put out the fire and ran away because he panicked. Sorry, that's not an excuse. You know what? I have no empathy for this, no sympathy at all for this guy. Running away and turning off his phone was so cowardly. Yeah, I mean, my God, man. I mean, I can only imagine seeing that. You're driving, I mean, think about it. He's driving. He is responsible. Now, the thing is somebody who's responsible and who has character, and I keep using this word, character. He has no character. Oh, I'm scared. I'm going to run away. This is what they always do. This is what many, many Thais do. They hit somebody with their car, and then they run away. They drive away. They flee. They hope they don't get caught. So now it's 9:45. Was hoping to get it. I didn't want to have to hear this. Yeah, no, not everyone has a moral compass. Obviously. It makes me really sad to see this. I mean, the guy probably, you know, I don't think he meant to obviously start a fire. I don't think that he was, you know, now maybe he's just, what happens is somebody's lackadaisical with their job. He's going about things business as usual, driving along, then all of a sudden a little something happens and it sets off a chain reaction. And unfortunately in this case it caused the death of 23 people. Really just, well, that's not how it is in Thailand. Safety first is often countered by a wad of cash. You know, and it's as simple as that. I mean, the more I think about this, the more it really makes me sad. Unbelievable. Tire burst causing the driver to lose control, blah, 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 blah. 3 injured students were admitted to Pat Rangsit Hospital, with 2 of them in critical condition, very close to where my kid went to school. No, that's the thing. Is, okay, I understand you can't do anything about the people that died. This is a done deal. You want to get past this as best you can. But what about in the future? How are you going to protect me when I'm riding in a taxi? How are you going to protect somebody else who rides in a bus? It's the same kind of goddamn bus. And the government ain't going to do shit about it. Well, they need to do something. Oh, snap. What does it say here? No PMCS. I think it's raining out right now. Now, they play, this is the thing, I want to get away from that song. Honestly. That's why I was thinking about starting at 8 o'clock, but, you know, it's only for a few minutes. It starts at 9:45 every day. Always the same. The tragedy gets people worked up until they forget about and go back to business as usual. You do that, Joe. You put it on your playlist. I've already got it in my playlist right here. All right, let me read a couple more things here, because this just got me off track here, and I get irritated by this. Okay, this one's pretty good here. This guy says, still, is there an alternative to Thailand? I don't see it. Thinking of infrastructure, visa regulation, food, rent prices, entertainment values, climate. Well, I personally think there are many alternatives to Thailand, many places that are as good or better than Thailand. I've already said a few of them. Ecuador, okay, it's not as safe as Thailand, but there is the Galapagos there. That's pretty interesting. And not only that, but it is like Thailand in that it has mountains and ocean. You have Portugal. You have places like Albania, Romania, Costa Rica, Mexico. All these places have a lot. You could go there, you could have a great life there, and you'd be like, Thailand? What's Thailand? I don't remember Thailand. I really believe that. I could go to Mexico and I'd be bitching about something different. You know. What are all these foreigners walking? They're all these like backpacking foreigners. I see them across the street. Today we're driving and we're gonna make a U-turn over here up ahead at the junction, and I see these foreigners standing out in the middle of the street. Then I come over here, then they're in the building, and I'm like, they're like walking in here. I'm like, what are you walking in here at 8:30 for? And then I just see a couple walking by now. I'm like, I don't know, maybe they're with their little church group or school or who knows. Have you thought about doing normal length videos? There's that answer. If I want to, I will do normal length videos. I do that sometimes. And maybe if you would look, you'd see that I've done more than I've done live streams. Many more. Oh, here's a good one from Soy Dog 154. Not to be confused with Soy Dog Cowboy. He says, I can't listen to him. I think he was in the Marines or Army and still thinks he is. Was I in the Marines or the Army? Was I in the Marine? No, I wasn't. And no, I don't think I'm in the Marines or the Army. Yes, there are Christians. There's churches all over the place. Let's see here. Let me read this here. Have you ever thought about not being so attractive and smart all the time? I know you're 60, but slow it down, Scott. Come on, save some coolness for the rest of us, please. Wow. What a comment, Sam. I'm just me, man. That's all that it is. Navy guy? What the fuck are you talking about? I'm not a Navy guy. Jesus Christ. I love how you guys all know me so well. Oh, yes. Scott does this. Scott does that. Scott is this. Scott is that. Most of you wouldn't know shit about me if I didn't say... If I told you that I had 3 wives, you'd believe me. I have 3 wives, and my wife doesn't really care about the other 2. We all sleep together in a big bed, and we live happily ever after. We have foursomes every night. And every day that I come here, I have 3 big pieces of cake. Unbelievable. As far as places to live, come on. You think Thailand is the only place? Some people would go, oh, I'll take the Philippines over Thailand any day. And you know what? I respect that. I don't agree with it, but I respect it. They want to live in the Philippines, go ahead. You want to live in Cambodia, go for it. I don't know why anybody would live in Cambodia. And I say this now, but if you remember, I did Thailand versus Cambodia. I did this about 10 years ago. And said, Cambodia is still catching up to Thailand, but honestly, I don't think Cambodia is ever going to catch up to Thailand 100%. And it has caught up quite a bit. There's all kinds, I mean, listen, I used to go to Cambodia when you had to bring cash. You could not go and get money from the ATM. You had to go to Western Union. I remember when they didn't have Western Union. You could not get money. You had to go in with cash. That was just the way it was. Now they have Western Union, they have ATMs. You can get your money however you want. But I wouldn't go there. But I do think it's closing the gap between Thailand and Cambodia. And you say, oh, the visas are so easy there. It's so good. Oh, right now it is. But when their economy is back on top and they are doing as well as they were in the 50s, before the war, I don't think it's going to be like that. I don't know. It might take them 10 years before they change. But I don't think they're going to be the same. Now, personally, in Asia, I think there is Thailand. Yes, I understand about Malaysia, but I think for me, Malaysia's like 3rd. 2nd is Indonesia. And people go, oh, I don't want to live where there's Muslims. Well, God, you want to live where there's Buddhists? It's all Buddhist, predominantly Buddhist. The Muslims most Muslims in Indonesia aren't going to bother you, and they're not going to give you a hard time, and they're not going to be assholes. I met some wonderful Muslims in Indonesia, and I was out in the middle of nowhere, and they were just good people, man. You're in way better shape than most 60-somethings. Most Western ones looking terrible in Thailand, only drinking Pat. Well, I think that's a little bit of a generalization, but I think I look all right. I mean, I am what I am, you know? Leave Daddy Bear alone. Oh, thank you. Thank you for reminding me, Daddy Bear. Chuck lives on. What can I say? It's got to be what time now? Is it 10 o'clock? Let's see here. Ah! I don't know, maybe it is. Oh, it's so windy out there, man. I know it's windy and rainy. Nearly 10. They're not standing up. Here comes this kid again. I just wonder, what is a 16-year-old kid? He's got to be here with like his parents, or he's in some church group or something like that. Just wonder, what? Are you alone? How are you going around Thailand by yourself, kid? Yeah. All right, here he comes. Oh, he just walks through. He walks through and takes. I'm going to take the shortcut today. He doesn't want to walk around the pole, so he just walks right through the coffee shop. I do that sometimes. But anyway, I don't know what the hell they're doing here, all these kids. There's all these young guys, and I'm wondering, who knows? Maybe they're all YouTubers. It looks like the extra 5 to 6 cylinders were added after. Yeah. Well, that's of course they're going to do that. They're not going to do it beforehand and try to corrupt the MOT. They do it and they get approved, and then they add more on. Which, now you think about it, why are they adding more on? That's so that they can drive farther. That's the only thing I can think of. Thank you, MGTOW. Thank you, Mr. Gamer and Ladyboy Lover. Thank you so much. Appreciate you joining the Chowderhead gang. Anti-Chowderhead gang. I guess that's what it would be. Oh, God. All right. He likes to play with other joysticks. He likes to play with joysticks with tits. Yeah. I think that's what it is. I don't know. Anyway, whatever. To each his own. Have your fun behind closed doors. Do what you want to do. Doesn't really matter. Do I have any more comments I want to read? Don't want to read one real quick. Let's see here. Probably not. God, man, this music just drives me up the wall. Oh, MGTOW Gamer. Ladyboys, ladyboys. Me want ladyboys. You're on your own. There are no safety standards in Thailand. Nothing's changed in 46 years I've been going. You remember when that soldier shot up a bunch of people and he shot a bunch of kids? I don't know what has changed from that. But, all right, I will say one thing, and this has nothing to do with comments. If you are getting Social Security, your payment comes on the second, third, or fourth Wednesday of the month. However, that is if you are getting paid in US dollars, if you get paid in America. If you're not getting paid in America, then supposedly it comes on the third of the month. Today, Tuesday morning, the baht is moving down compared to the dollar, going the right way. It's over 33, where it was 32. I understand, but 33 versus 32.5 or whatever it was, 3, is not much of a difference. Now, if you go to 37, that's a different story. Now we're back to where me likey. Now we're back to where I like it. I think that's about it. Yeah, I think that's it. So it's time for me to get out of here and try to get my computer fixed, which is, you know, something I need to do. Unfortunately, this bus dilemma is going to go on for a while. There's 3 kids in the hospital. 1 is supposedly, 2 are in serious condition, and a 7-year-old girl suffered burns on her face, and a surgeon said doctors were doing their best to try and save her eyesight. I mean, if you're 7 years old and that happens to you, don't you think you might just go, why did this happen? Why? Why did it happen to me? Why did it happen at all? And then you hear a guy ran away. Oh, maybe he tried to save you or whatever. Then you stay. Be a man and you stay. You know, there are things called, there is such a thing as called manning up. Man the fuck up. Don't be a pussy and run away. And you know what? I don't care if this stream is monetized or not. I'm going to say what I want to say. Sometimes I get irritated by things. And I just see a guy like that and I go, you're a fucking coward, man. You run away. You have your own reasons in your head. Well, listen, if I got into the ring with Mike Tyson, I'd want to run my ass off. I want to run away, right? No, I'd take a beating like a man. And he'd knock me out in like 5 seconds and that'd be it. But you got to man up. Fucking pisses me off, man. Every time I just get started on it, I start getting hot. It gets me going. That's what I'll say. I don't want to say it gets me hot. That's inappropriate. So, anyway, thank you very much for joining me. I appreciate it. What are we going to talk about on Sunday? What is it? Cost of living? Is that what it is? No, we're going to talk about, Ty Rhodes. The roads. And we might talk about cost of living too, I don't know. Anyway, it's time for me to go. I got a lot of things to do today. A little bit of time to do them. $500 is peanuts. It's still peanuts. $1,000 is still peanuts. $1,000 is peanuts here. I don't care if you are living halfway decently. It's peanuts. You know, if you're gonna come over here and you want to live like, you want to live a decent life. A life where you're not just reading a book every day and maybe once a week you get to go out and you have a meal somewhere. Or, oh, I'm going out, I'm eating Thai food every single day. Yeah, okay. Go to McDonald's and have a burger and see how that sets you back. Jesus Christ. Oh, that was what I wanted to look at. Let me see something here. Is this it? Where is it? There it is. McDonald's in Thailand, $3.86. In America, $5.35. Now in Poland, it's $3.91. So only slightly higher than Thailand. In Uruguay, it's $6.65. Lithuania, $3.81 versus Thailand, $3.86. So there you go. So, not everybody goes to Schmecdonald's. And I don't really like Schmecdonald's. Let me see something here. Here we go, baby. Cambodia, $3.25. Thailand, $3.64. United States, $3.26. It's more expensive in Thailand than it is in the United States. Anyway, we're going to talk about that on Sunday. We'll talk about a lot of things. Time for me to go. So yeah. But do become a member of this channel. It's only $1.99. I would appreciate that. That's great. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. I bought a Hungry Man frozen meal today for $3 each on sale. $10. Wow. Crazy, man. Crazy. Let me see. Does it say anything? No, it doesn't say. It doesn't have the states. It just says United States. The average is $5.35. Dominican Republic, $5.87. France, $7.13. You know. Dude, MGTOW, how old are you? I thought you said you were like 40 or something like that. I don't know. You're painting a pretty picture now. 38, you eat Fast Bite cheeseburgers, Hungry Man frozen dinners. You're 38, and I'm gonna say you're single. Have you ever been to Thailand, and do you really think you're gonna ever make it here? How am I gonna get migraine headaches? Fucking moron. You're a fucking idiot. Get out of here. Stop worrying about me, you cunt. I don't want to hear it. Goodbye. You're gonna get migraines. Shut up. Shut the fuck up already. Jesus Christ. You're like a bunch of old ladies. Oh, you're gonna get a migraine. Oh, you're gonna get... Oh, God. What if I turn the right way, my asshole hurts? So what's the problem? This is life. As somebody said here, this is life. This is what happens sometimes. Sometimes I'm walking down the street and my ankle hurts. Sometimes I'm walking and I barely move and I twist my foot. I twist my neck, whatever. So, yes, no, yes. All right, anyway, it's time to go. It's time to get out of here. So thank you very much, everybody. Appreciate it. All trolls aside, good fun with everybody. I appreciate it. And smash that like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell. See you, Dale. And yeah, when will I see you? Sunday. Ooh, I got two more streams before Vietnam. Lovely. So, I will see you guys later. Until next time, I'm Scott. I'm an American in Bangkok. Chok ni leo jerken mai. Chok ni leo jerken mai. Lock on. Which also means goodbye. But I never say that. Nobody says that. I will see you guys later. I am Scott, and I'm an American in Bangkok. And sayonara. Oh, that's Japanese. Adios. That's Spanish. Okay. Pokemon. See ya.